Hi, I'm Pete, and this is a show and tell of the VeryPuzzle Super Star. Now, this is, I think, one of the most underappreciated puzzles that I'm aware of from VeryPuzzle. And it's a real shame because it's such a fun puzzle. On the surface, it's an edges-only tut minx. But what makes it really challenging is the sticker scheme, which is an Alexander star sticker scheme. So there is a pentagon, and then we look at another pentagon. So we're not looking at the inner pieces. We're not looking at the pieces that turn. We're looking at the edges of the adjacent pieces. And if you go around there, it's not too bad. It's just it looks like just some pentagon pieces. The problem is, what makes this thing even very difficult, even to photograph, is that if you turn it ever so slightly, the hexagons now are visible. Now they're not regular hexagons, but they're still they're there nonetheless. Let's see if I can get this without looking at the. Whoops. Okay, I think I got the. Sorry, I got the adjacent pentagon. There you go. I'm looking through the screen on my camera here. So that's what makes this puzzle so difficult. Is just if you shift it just a little bit, you're looking at a whole different face, and you kind of have to block out the pieces that turn here. Like this is the six-sided. This would be the edges of a one of the hex pieces on a tut minx. So now what I've done here, this is a restickering from Olivér stickers, and the factory stickers really were quite good. Just there weren't as many different colors in the factory stickers, so I had a lot of different shades of the same color, a lot of greens, a lot of blues, and I just like something that's a little more vibrant, that pops a little bit. So what I did was I started with the white, and then I went for a warm color scheme on this pole, and then that warm color scheme sort of slowly gives away to a cool color scheme. Which I on the gray pole, and I did that. And there's some really nice colors and nice stickers in Olivér set, but you know the factory stickers are fine, and I certainly wouldn't fault them at all. One of the nice details about the Superstar is that the sticker surfaces, the faces of the stickers are recessed. So the sticker, the surfaces, of the faces, are recessed so that the stickers are kind of embedded in the surface. They don't catch on the pieces at all, and there's no wear when you turn, because you're not actually rubbing on the stickers with the bottom of the pieces. So the only downside is it's kind of pointy. There are some really sharp points here, so you got to be a little careful. I have jabbed myself a few times, but it's mostly the long arms on the six-sided faces. So the whole solution then really hinges on solving the edges of adjacent of the adjacent edges, right, or the sides of the adjacent edges. So this is, that's white, so now you have to solve that piece on this hex set of edges, and then that piece on this one, and so on and so on. The other thing that makes this kind of tricky to solve is that you really have to know your color scheme. You have to know a little bit about it in order to establish it. You'd have to know the hexagons, the pentagons, and where the pentagons are related. Really, you need 3 at a minimum. But you also have to know the adjacent hexagons, and this is critical. I got myself into a fair bit of trouble the last time I tried to solve it, because I had really completely forgotten what the color scheme was, and when I went back to look at photos, I didn't have any really good photos, because when you take a photo of, say, the hex, when you take a photo of the pentagon, you see the pentagons, and when you take a photo of the hexagons, you see the hexagons, but you don't. It's really hard to see what the adjacent pieces are, enough of the adjacent faces to really establish the color scheme. So this time I'm going to take better notes. But that's the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. The puzzle itself, once you get the color scheme established. There's a lot to do. It's an interesting solve, but it's not particularly hard. It's all just 3 cycles, you know, up, up, down, down, that sort of thing. And the very last, if you start with a pentagon, solving a pentagon, then and you end up with a pentagon, then it's fairly easy to solve and get all the last few pieces in with Megaminx edge cycling algorithm if you need it. I've solved it a few times, and most of the time I don't even need anything more than a 3 cycle. I think once or twice I might have needed to 3 cycle them, the edges. So that's it for my show and tell of the VeryPuzzle Super Star. It's a great puzzle. I encourage everyone to try and get one. Get one from an online retailer, or if you let VeryPuzzle know that you're interested in it, they just might bring it back to their stock. As always, I appreciate your comments, your questions, your suggestions. I read all your comments. I try to reply when I can. So keep those comments coming. And until next time, thanks for watching.